Shabbat Shalom and Moadim L'Simcha to everyone. The few verses that we heard from Ecclesiastes a little bit earlier conveyed a man who was often at odds with himself. One of the great difficulties with the book of Ecclesiastes is that Kohelet is full of so many contradictions. He presents one side of an argument, he presents the exact opposite, and we're not ever fully sure what it is that he is thinking. Answer us, Kohelet, we want to say. But so much of the time, he will say we will only find out what is truly important by experiencing the days of our lives and the seasons of the year. It is suggested that where he is the most clear, the most binary, if you will, is in his catalog of the times and seasons. That to everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. We might disagree with him. In fact, a great modern poet did, heartily, but that is the section of his 12-chapter book where he seems the most clear that everything, good, bad, or otherwise, passes through this experience called life. And if we are extremely fortunate, we will experience all of the good and as little of the deeply painful as possible. But there is a time and a season for everything. And I'm very grateful to share the bima this morning with a beautiful friend, a wonderful modern poet herself, Nina Zentner, a beloved friend and member of our community who does so much for us to provide nourishment of body and soul, and she's just a wonderful human being. She has written a poem to share with us, reflecting on the miracle of the seasons.
Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you. This is the seasons, ha-ona. Yet a year runs full circle, so Slichot comes with the sense of what is to follow. The gateway with penitential prayers to Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, trying the flesh with fasting and cleansing the soul with atonement. In the wake of the sacred days of the autumn equinox emerges, tracking the summer solstice with the arrival of the festival of booths. Then all celebrate the gathering of the harvest as thoughts turn to rain, with prayers for precious water to fill the cisterns and sustain us for what is to come. In advance of that cool and clinging season, and with a wistful farewell to Sukkot, the festival of Simchat Torah enters with great rejoicing. And Genesis returns to begin a new cycle of Torah. Winter. At last, the drenching rain and the winds blow gusty as the Festival of Lights hastens, with menorahs, candles gleaming, and presents to open. Although the enlightened know the true message of Hanukkah, the bold Maccabean revolt, and holy rededication. Now trees display their colorful leaves as Tu B'Shvat is marked, the new year of the trees. And those leaves, soon to decay, begin their fall from branches stirred by wild and colder winds, as all festas and spoils which formerly flourished. Yet soon the season of softer breezes quickens, birds hurrying to build, blossoms swelling into bloom on the cusp of spring, and the festival of Purim. How good the aroma of fresh baked hamantashen, as the Megillah of Esther retells the deliverance of the Jewish people from their enduring foe. Spring is now firmly ensconced as Passover wends its way, that special festival that celebrates liberation from slavery, freedom. The ritual meal, the Seder, is shared, and all are welcomed at the tables of the world. In time comes summer, with the Hebrew month of Sivan, and flowers speckling in gardens, fields, and fen. Thus Shavuot arrives, marking the wheat harvest in Eretz Israel and the giving of Torah. With a hint of autumn in the air and branches again laden with multicolored leaves, the high holy days of awe again draw nigh. Each season in turn follows another. So runs out the year in yesterday's many. Thank you.
Shar kochech. We are so fortunate in Jewish life to live in that cycle. There is always something wonderful to which to look forward. And on the rare occasions in the year that a major holiday is not immediately coming, we have Shabbat. It's such a magnificent calendar. And those of us who live in it, I hope we feel ourselves to be extremely fortunate. We'll conclude this section of our service today with the melody by Pete Seeger, set to the book of Ecclesiastes. I invite you to please sing the chorus at least. Cantor Rudy, do you want to come over? I'm sorry, I have the words only on this side. So I'm going to ask Cantor Rudy to give me a hand here. But you all know the refrain, certainly, and it is meritorious to sing out to everything there is a season. And it concludes, of course, a time for peace. He wrote this long before the Vietnam War, actually, but it became an anthem of that era. A time for peace, I swear it's not too late. Please let peace descend on us. Let this be the season for shalom. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace. A time you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rent, a time to sow, a time for love, a time to hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven.